What's up, Bill?
What's going on? How
Oh, good morning.
are we?
Morning.
Yes, I want to share a win. I got an interview coming up in a few hours for an offer I feel like is a dream offer. So I'm hyped for that.
The dream offer. Shit.
Yes, yes, sir.
I got an interview coming up tomorrow as well. I did it yesterday, first stage, and then tomorrow is a role play.
Let's go.
Pretty good. Any more wins? Let's go for some more wins.
Yeah, I got my first offer as well. So they made me objection handling, and only because of that, because that's the only reason I got the offer. So I'm very happy for being here. Was the only reason I got the job.
It's all people care about. Can you fucking put the ball in the back of the net? It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Huh?
Yeah, the business owner actually looks like, oh, what is this guy's like? He tried to fuck me over with the fear objection and think about it, thinking like he was doing something like very hard. And I'm doing this all the time with you guys, so it's like he was like almost like smiling like while taking notes. So the guy like really liked the style.
Yeah, the thing with it is, it's the quality and the standard is so poor in the market that, like, if you know what you're doing, you will win. Like, it's inevitable. That's the reality. It's like if you turn up, you do the work, you're resilient, you know what you're doing, you will beat pretty much everybody. That's how it works. That's my experience anyway. So good stuff. Well done.
Yeah.
Someone else? Let's go. While everyone is still flooding in here.
Yeah, I got an offer secured there this week officially, so happy out. Going to be starting that either tomorrow or Monday.
Very good. Go again.
I got a job interview just because it had objection box in the resume. They didn't get the job because I wasn't, good enough yet, but I got an interview because of the objection box.
Very good. You got the interview because of the objection box. That's very good. Love to hear it. Well done. Good stuff. Who else?
I closed 25K this week in revenue so far. So it's a promising start. We've got a few days left to go. So it's looking good.
Very good. Someone else?
I took my first two calls on a brand new offer since joining Objection Box, and I didn't close them, but I stayed in the pocket objection handling for like an hour, and it came down to fear. So I normally wouldn't have ever gotten that far. So because of the role plays, I feel like it really did help a lot. So making a lot of progress.
Very good. Right, two more and then we're going.
I had a PIF earlier on this week. It was a 20-minute call, so I'm quite happy.
Very good. All right, last one. Who's ready for it? Let's go for it. People are still flooding in. Fuck.
I'll go. Had two calls yesterday, a 3K or a 6K total yesterday.
Very good. Okay, Caesar, go for it. You got a question?
Yeah, it's a question. Yeah. Can I have the question?
Go for it.
Yeah. So my question is, when like if a prospect says, I don't want to start now and I don't want to even pay a down payment because I currently don't have a job and I'm not comfortable paying something while I don't have a job. But he's okay. Like he believes in the program. Everything's okay. Like how do you
ask the question again?
Yeah. How do you get over this?
What was the question?
So, I was just explaining the situation. So if the prospect believes in the program, but he just says that he's not comfortable paying anything at the moment now, even a down payment, because they don't have a job at the moment and they're looking for a new one. And they think they will find it in like 3 weeks. So they want to start in 3 weeks and they want to pay in 3 weeks.
Well, let me ask you this. If I show you nothing in my hand, what can I pay with?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, there's your fucking answer. Like, why are you trying to take blood out of a stone? If there's nothing in the bank account, what can I do as an ethical person to tell you to take something from somebody who doesn't have? Like, what do you want me to say to you? I don't want you.
No, but these guys, like, they are software developers and they have money. Like, they're not broke or anything. They
Well,
just
why
don't
call
have
it out?
any.
Yeah, call it out. Hold on a second. So you get 0 from your bank account? You got 0 in your bank account? You have 0 from your job? Like, go and call out and have the conversation. Like, grow a pair of balls. Yeah. Asa is in here. She's got the biggest pair of balls that I see. Go and have the conversation. She's a female. Go and have the conversation. Yeah. Fucking ask him. So you're telling me you don't have any amount of liquid cash in order to invest in yourself? And if they say no, guess what you're going to say? Okay. Move on. My job is not to fucking create, Houdinis and to, get you all out of the water in the tub. If the deal can be done, let's get it done. If it can't be done, let's not fucking try and put someone in a bind.
I mean, would you challenge them to, like, if they say they have money, but they don't want to invest it, would you challenge that, like, I don't know, like you should step out of your comfort zone, and even if you don't feel comfortable, you should do that. Would you be as direct as that?
You really want me to answer that question?
I mean, I would do that, but yeah, just
I would do that, but what?
I just want to double check it with you.
Like, who cares? You call it out. They say yes, no, fuck you, or you get hung up on. Like, well, what are we doing here? Yes,
Okay.
no, fuck you, getting hung up on. That's it. Like, where are you from, Caesar?
Romania.
Yeah. Hands up who knows where Romania is on the map without looking. Someone,
Not that many
carry on.
people.
Someone put up your hand if you know where Romania is without looking on the map. 2 people. Okay, so there's your answer, buddy. No one gives 2 flying fucks. Call it out.
Yeah.
They ain't coming to your neighborhood. I know that. They ain't coming to hang around with you. They will never probably meet you in their entire life. They ain't going to just walk down the street and they're going to bump into you. Hey, that's the cunt that fucking asked me that I have money in my bank account to invest in this program 17 years ago. Bro. Yeah.
Okay,
Guys,
thank you.
yeah, like, don't waste my time by asking things like that. If you're asking the question, should I push on? What's the answer?
Yes.
Yeah. If you ever come to the call thinking, should I have asked that question, or should I have actually stepped up and be a leader, and should I push them to yes, no, fuck you, or hang up on? The answer, Caesar, what do you think?
Absolutely.
There you go, buddy. Okay, Franklin, go for it.
I think you've already answered my question already. It's a bit similar. I was gonna say, what do you do when the offer only has 2 pay, PIF or 2 pay, and they don't have half of it, but they should because they have money, they have businesses already. So yeah, I've already got the answer, to be honest.
Like, if here's the thing, right? Who here has kids? Greg, you kids? Right. What do you have, Greg?
I have a daughter.
Have a daughter.
She-
Okay.
Almost 23.
Fantastic. Okay. And I can imagine she is the apple of your eye, as they would say.
Beyond.
Yeah. So she comes in and she falls over and she bangs her knee. And then she bangs her tooth. She's got to go and, got to get it repaired at the dentist. You go drive her to the dentist, and the dentist says, look, I'm either going to have to replace her tooth now, it's going to cost you $2,000, or she's going to have a gap tooth and she's not going to be able to fix it as she grows old because it's just going to grow out. What would you do, buddy?
Yeah, fine. Do it, pay it, find a way.
Fucking find the money, because if the fucking need, want, and desire is so greater than what the ask is, then everybody will do that. This is for all of you guys. If the need, want, and desire is there, if they want to move forward, if they feel what you're doing is going to help them move forward, they will move heaven and earth to get there.
But to get that, don't you have to let them go off the call?
Well, no, you fundamentally, this is why the first concept of objection handling is so fucking crystal clear, and you have to get it. Do you truly believe what I've given you can get you to where you want to go? Because if they truly can see themselves at paradise, yeah, then what are they going to do? They're going to do everything they possibly can to get there. You know what I'm saying to you? They will move heaven and earth to find the funds, get the funds, show the funds. Put $1 down, put 100 down, put 1,000 down, put 10 grand down, whatever it may be, to show that they're willing, wanting to go out there and figure it out. That's the gap. That's what you're not getting. You're not getting a true 110, 50 million%. This is what I truly feel, need, want, and desire to get to where I want to go. And I don't mean like get the wishy yes and then a double yes and then off we go. I mean like this person knows that if they do not do this, they're not going to get there. That's the level of conviction that I want them to have and what it is that you guys sell and promote. That's when I say, make sure that question is the most bulletproof question that you can ask. And make sure you get a true yes. I don't mean a yeah. Because some of you are getting that, yeah, of course. There's no issue, no problem. Yes, it's not even a question. It's like, well, there was a question. And then it's like tell me why, like, you truly feel, it's just, it sounds great. Yeah, okay, cool. And then you're moving on. That's not it. That's not the yes. I mean, like, tell me why, if I asked you to dance on your head for 14 hours a day, that you're going to do that to get to where you want to go. That is the confirmation that I want. That's how you truly can objection handle, because then he's asking you or she's asking you to fucking help her. Right, Gianni, and then we're going to train.
I had a question about objection I got yesterday on like
Cool.
overcoming fear.
Okay.
It was basically a situation where I had to put the arm around the shoulder.
Mhm.
Like he knew he was gonna do whatever it takes. He knew we were gonna show up, but I kind of just got stuck. Like I don't know, I got stuck at the end. Not really sure like how I should have like overcame the person at that point because I kind of ran out of word track. And like at that point it was just like I guess that was an unfamiliar territory. So like how would you like lead someone when they're like when you're in that area, like arm around the shoulder? Because I kept asking him questions to try to get a response out of him that would be favorable. But I feel like at that point maybe I should have just like took the lead. But like I'm not too sure.
What was the objection? Let everybody know.
So essentially he gave me everything, honestly, but at the end it really just came down to fear. Like he was just like scared. He could have made it work with the firm, low payments. 100% he could have made it work, but he just had a lot of limiting beliefs around, believing that he's worth more and that he deserves it, like to charge higher for his services and stuff. So it really came down to like his own limiting beliefs. He didn't feel negative about the program or anything like that.
Yeah. And that's perfectly fine. So if people have limiting beliefs in themselves, I would imagine, or has he tried something in the past and failed, or like what was it?
He actually he did join a program before in the past. He actually did get good results, but then he kind of fell off the wagon after the program ended because he didn't I guess have that accountability.
He fell
From what
off
he
the
told me.
wagon wheel, did he?
Yeah,
Nobody was there to rock him.
exactly.
Okay, cool. Let me get my whiteboard so I can give you guys some clarity. Okay. Oh, gosh. Let's go. Okay, so when it comes to fear, guys, call them out.
Fear of me, fear of you, fear of yesterday.
Yeah.
and
Fear you, me,
fear of-
yesterday, and tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. So those are the big four. Now, how you overcome the big four are completely different. Okay. So if you can imagine that, it's like a big wheel. It needs to be split in four. This is me, you, yesterday, tomorrow. They don't fold into each other. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They're completely four different fears. They're completely four different frameworks. They're completely four different fucking hooks, analogies, and everything else in between. Okay, so you got to be very, very mindful of what it is that you're trying to overcome, and you got to be very true to what the actual true objection is. So I asked you, Gianni, what was it? What was the fear? Me, you, yesterday, or tomorrow? Do you truly, truly, truly know that?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I guess I got stuck between
You have an idea.
fear. Yeah, it's between fear of himself, like fear of failure, and then the other one was fear of the past, like yesterday, like what happened with the other program.
Okay,
I guess
so which fundamentally, if you think all the fears are going to follow around me, but how you attack it is really, really different because you have to address each part of this. Yes, you have to address the me, you, yesterday, and tomorrow, depending on what it actually is. Now, if you think about it, guys, let's do this for 20 minutes and then I'll train, or then I can coach or train, sorry. Let's come up with ways of how we're going to handle those objections. So someone says, I'm just a little bit uncertainty in myself. You know, I've never invested like this before. I'm really scared. What is the first thing that we're going to say? Let's brainstorm it. Let's go for it.
We acknowledge. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure. Okay. So let's
It's
acknowledge.
yeah, it's completely normal to feel that. Like if you didn't feel that way, then you know, I think there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. That's good. That humor is really good too. Yeah. Normalize it. Very good. Make light of it. Very good. So that's the first thing that we need to do. What are we saying after that?
Confidence. Make them feel like they're worth it.
Okay. And Drew, did you get a haircut, buddy? Or no, you're not.
Sure.
You're back your hair. What's wrong with you?
Going on, man. I'm looking like Eminem now.
Just don't start fucking calling people gay cunts and shit. All right. So what's the next thing we would want to do?
Would you get another tie down?
What's that? Sorry. Shit. Go for it, Kieran.
I said, would you get another tie down again, just to confirm it with them that they do
Possibly.
believe?
Yeah. So let's brainstorm it, guys. So yeah. So another confirm. And that would go something like what, Kieran?
Like you'd be like, yeah, I completely get that. That's understandable to be feeling that way. But like, just from your point of view, in your opinion, do you feel that this can get you to, 20K months like you've been dreaming of?
Let's go another step forward, and I like it. So let's go. Yeah, look, I can definitely respect, how you feel, and this is brand new for sure. The biggest thing for me with what you've seen, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to ask them something about what they've not done if they're already fearful.
Right.
Does it make sense? So what we don't want to do is ask them something about what they haven't experienced. So let's do this. So from what you've experienced and from what you've gone through in terms of the testimonials, case studies, and this call here today, if all that you do is just help us move you forward, toe the line with us, meet us in the middle, allow us to help train and coach you, allow us to give you the education that you've seen all the other people have. Is there any reason why you can't have success like everybody else? If everyone came from a mother and everyone has, 2 arms and 2 legs, hopefully. So what am I doing? Very, very simple. I'm normalizing it. Yeah. But I'm also creating a hook that everyone can have success. And I'm also making it funny, humorous. If everyone just has legs and arms, and hopefully we all have those. Yes. That makes sense. What did you do? Yeah, you just laughed. Yeah, which does what if you think about it? What does it do?
Relaxes the situation.
Yeah, take the pressure
Diffuses it.
off. So let's do that. Okay, so let's confirm it that way. And can I just be very clear, and so we're both on the same path? Is this just a little bit of uncertainty in yourself, meaning that you've like non-invested in the past? Or is there anything else that may have happened in the past, that may be influencing this decision, or how do you feel? Why would I want to do that?
Identifying which fear type it is.
Yeah, so let's do that. So write it down. Let's identify it. But what I also want to do is I want to make sure that that person feels that they're in a safe space in order to be able to hear and in order to be able to feel confident to share. Yeah. Who's ever failed at anything in the past, like invested a lot of money in something and failed? Would you be embarrassed if I asked you how much? In some capacity, would you? Would you be like, oh, fuck, don't bring that up again. I'm trying to get over that, buddy. It's like my 15-year-old girlfriend back in the day. Jesus. Yeah. So we're embarrassed. We're in our heads, we're like, fucking can't believe I fell for that. Can't believe I didn't do the work. Can't believe I didn't turn up. Can't believe I didn't show up. Can't believe I didn't meet the standard required. So we are embarrassed. So what I want to do, guys, is I want to identify, but I also want to create a safe space. Yeah. Once it gets here, guys, you should be licking your lips. I don't want you to be bumbling around like a weirdo. Yeah. You should be licking your lips because you fundamentally dictate how this is going to play out. It's about calmness, it's about control, and it's about certainty in what you're doing. Okay? So that's the third, or that's the fourth thing. Let's do that. Now, how do we have a hook analogy framework to overcome the actual objection? What are we saying to change the perspective of what the person sees, feels, and believes?
Kind of give them that identity, maybe a binary, like you know, fear's there, but do you want to let that be the reason it kind of holds you where you are, keeps you where you are? Do you want to let that be the fuel catalyst to actually allow yourself to become that 2.0 version and get
Okay.
yourself to 20K months? Or
Okay, cool. So, very good. Someone else give me a framework. Go through it, walk and talk me through it.
Would you do the classic, you know, past relationship that didn't stop you going out looking for love again?
Could do. Fantastic one. Yeah. Because we all want to find love and happiness, I guess. Yeah.
bicycle analogy.
Yeah, for sure. Bicycle analogy, if they fell over or whatever.
Ask them why they are still trying and why they are in the call, even though they failed in the past. What's the reason why they're still want to keep going?
Sure. Yeah, for sure. So like, why not just give up? Like, why even try? Why even want to be? Why even believe that you can even go out there and achieve? Yeah, very good. What else? Give me another one.
Haircut analogy.
The what, sorry?
Haircut analogy.
Why, have you had a bad haircut in the past?
Yes. So
Yeah.
like, my haircut. Why would you stop?
Make it when you rejection handle, guys, especially when it comes to this bad boy, you gotta make it make sense. But you also don't want your prospect to do too much thinking. Because if they're doing too much thinking, they're drifting away from what you're saying. So simple things like this. Can I ask, like, when you're growing up, did you think that you'd be able to walk if you just gave up every time you fell over? Let me ask you this. When you got into your car, can you drive? Someone play it out with me.
Yeah.
You can drive? Okay, Jack. When you suppose started to drive, I presume you were scared shitless, right? Why?
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to crash anyone or
Mm.
crash into anyone. You didn't want to kill anyone, and you didn't want to damage your own car, right?
Yeah.
It's scary to get behind the wheel and actually go at some amount of speed and take a turn. But over time, what ultimately happened was you truly believed, you got better, you did it more, and you actually achieved, correct?
Yeah, I passed the test.
And this is not like driving a car for sure, but what I want you to understand is you've done things in the past that you are, you know, a little bit uncertain of. Why? Because the need, want, and desire to achieve the outcome is so greater than the need, want, and the desire to stay the same because you're a little bit apprehensive about it. Because, like, let me ask you this, if your mum was sick or someone that you loved was sick, how certain would you be now after going through all of that shit that you would be able to take care of that person and bring up the hospital and hopefully save their life?
Yeah, of course.
So you can see going through a little bit of uncertainty can give you the answer that you need and want and desire, right?
Mm.
So why would this be any different for you? Do you want to achieve this? Yes or no? Now we're back to the binary. See it, Asa? Do you want to achieve this? Yes or no? Quickly change perspective. Yeah. Tell a quick
Yep.
story. Allow that person see something that they've already done that they can insert themselves into. I'm going to give it to you. Hero story. Yeah. Insert themselves into the hero story. Everybody wants to be a hero. Everybody wants to feel that they're empowered. Correct. Hero story. Yeah. Now, perspective has changed. Now we're going to go back to. Yeah, how you use the binary. Very, very simple. Like, do you want to truly be happy, Jack? Yes or no?
Yes, I
And
do.
you truly believe, like, if you got in the car with us, like you have been, and like you want to, that we can help you get to the destination? Yes or no?
I believe you can, yeah.
Okay. And is there any reason why you're not going to do the work? Yes or no? If we truly keep your feet to the fire?
No.
Because if you do try and flake out of the work, I am going to come down on you like a ton of bricks. Okay, because I don't want this more than you have to fucking put in. But that's also me saying that I'm going to be with you every step of the way. Because if you truly want to take care of yourself, your family, and your future, the only step you have to take here is believing in yourself to fucking pull the trigger. Can I ask that of you to move an inch, a mile, or a foot in the right direction to take care of yourself moving forward? Yes or no? And you don't have to do it. See, when you looked away because you wanted to say no, double down straight away and gave you a pull away. See that tiny little bit of inflection that Jack did? If you saw him, I can see him. Can any of you see him? See, when I asked him, do you want to do it? And he looked that way for like a split second. Straight away, I was on him. Not that way, Jack. You looked the other way.
This
Yeah,
way.
you did. Yeah. Straight away, I was on you. I could read your body language and I knew I had to pull it away. Okay. And then, now you don't have to do anything, but do you truly want to? Do you truly believe it? Do you truly want to take care of yourself and your family? And that's ultimately your choice. And you can just keep doing what you're doing. But that's not going to give you the certainty of the life you want. So you got to pick. And you got to pick for yourself, no one else. Okay. See how I'm softly spoken? See, where am I speaking from?
So,
My belly. My yeah. In here. Yeah. Here I'm speaking from my chest, my lungs. Down here I just spoke from my belly. Yeah. As Jackie Boy has said, the soul. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's only a small little thing of a pull away because I saw his eyes go that way and I knew I had to double down on him and put a little bit more pressure on him.
When you say pull away, what do you mean?
Pull away is now you don't have to do anything. That's a takeaway. It's called a takeaway. Pull away, take away, pull out, whatever you want to do, Franklin. I don't know what you'd be doing in your life, buddy, but whatever you feel, kid, yeah, whatever that is in your world, do that. Yeah. So pull it out, pull it away, take it away. Yeah. Because that is going to allow what? Space for that person to come in. Yeah. Does that make sense, guys? Right. So that's me. Now let's go to you. So that's me as the prospect or me as the salesman. Go for it. What's the analogy that we would have for me as the salesperson? Let's hear it. What we got.
We have to go forward on what step they made before jumping into the call.
Yeah, so we would go backwards for sure, whatever it may be.
Backwards, sorry.
What's the what would be the like the identity and the hero story that I want you guys to think of? So this would be for you as the salesman. So typical objection is going to look like, look, I've just met you, I don't know you, I don't know enough about you, I don't know this, I don't know anything. Yeah. So what would we be thinking, saying, acting right now to try and help ourselves overcome this objection?
I just met you too.
Yeah.
To diffuse it.
Yeah.
Laugh
Nice.
off.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's a release of pressure. Yeah. Fine. But how do I get them into the hero story? What would be the hero story here?
From what we've done for
someone else speak other than Franklin, Asa, and Jack Ormond. So there's like more of you here. This is the problem, guys. And I don't want you to mute because I don't want you to not speak, and it's not that I want you not to answer, because you answering means that you're going to win. So don't ever not answer. But like there's a load of you as well here. Yeah.
I got an analogy, but that hero thing is throwing me off. But I'm just thinking like, okay, just met me.
Don't worry about the words. Hero, story, analogy, whatever. It don't matter. But the rest of you, yes. Like use your voice, guys. Yeah. You're salespeople. Yeah. See this thing in your mouth? See this thing?
What would this do for you, get for you, give you?
What's your Honda what?
What would this do for you, get for you, give you?
What are you talking to me? What would this do for you, get you, and give you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some dirty talk here. All right. So
are you getting aroused?
Kind of, yeah. Good thing you can't see me. Right. How would we explain that? Tell me. How do we break that down?
Bill, what about saying that, I guess in the last 40 minutes or however long you've been seeing my content and all the testimonials that you've seen, do you, like, if you put in the work and you follow exactly what we've laid out for you, do you think you will have the success?
That's more confirmation. Listen to the words you're saying. I want a hero story. What's the hero story? Hero story, analogy, framework, hook. How do we take it away from that?
Put them in a frame.
What's going on with you, sister? Welcome back to the game, my friend. Fucking give me something. Give me some juice. Come on. What you got?
I don't have anything. I just joined Friday. I'm trying to get my footings here, but what is the next you're looking for?
Piece of my ginger butt. Right, Greg, come on, kid. What you got? Coloni, get your fucking head in the game, guys. Greg, go for it. What you got?
Oh, just a hair story. I'd probably would just use a third party story there with the client.
What you want to what?
I would use like a third party story probably in that situation with a client going through a difficult time and how he overcame it.
Okay, cool. Let me give you one. So, yeah, look, I can totally get that we've just met, and to be very frank, I just met you too. From what we've given you, you're 100% certain that what we do can work. Play along with me, Greg, then.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. And is there any doubt in your mind that we're not going to deliver, yes or no?
From what I've seen, no.
Okay. And I could never ask you to talk about something you've not experienced yet, so I'm not going to ask you about that. But what I will ask you is, from what I have shown you, do you trust me so far? Do you trust yourself, yes or no?
Yeah.
And I understand that we've just met. But to be very transparent and to be very honest with you, whether we met today or met in a year's time, or you've been around me for 24 hours or 24 months, the information that I'm giving you isn't going to change. What is going to change is the time that you're going to waste moving forward, whether you make a decision today, tomorrow, next year, or 10 years down the road. The biggest thing for me is if you truly believe that you are on the right path and you're on the right path with the right people, what is the best decision, the best version of you makes here right now in order to bulletproof yourself and your family moving forward? And you don't have to do anything. I truly don't mean that you have to do something here now today if you don't want to. But I only want you to do what you feel is right for your family. And if there is a situation where you truly believe that, you know, you're a little bit of uncertain, I will give you an absolute bulletproof contract that ultimately stipulates that I don't turn up and do the work, that you can pull the plug at any time. But I ain't going to give that to you and give you half-arse, because that's not how I work. I have not got the reputation and the career and the business by giving half-arse and not delivering. Now, I can speak a little bit more like that. Why? Because I can back it up. Now, you guys have to figure out how you could speak like that, in a sense of if you have a 30-day refund request with no questions asked or whatever it may be. I don't know. You got to figure something out. Maybe you want go and speak to your business owner and you figure that out. But that will definitely give you a little bit more certainty to go carry yourself like that, right? Yeah. Now, if I said that to you, Greg, I don't know if you're going to get it done, but it's definitely going to give you something to think about. Yeah. My job is not to create Houdinis. My job is to try and figure out, can we get something done here? Yeah. Okay. Then we can keep moving down into the binaries after that.
Hey, Bill, I remember watching something from you. You framed the prospect in a way like, hey, you know, you're a smart guy, you're a business owner, et cetera, et cetera. I don't imagine that you would spend an hour of your time talking to me if you thought this was a waste of time, then that we couldn't get you to where you want to go.
Yeah.
So it's like you put them in that box, right? And then they behave that way.
That's an identity frame. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be more of like, is this a scam? I just met you. That would be up the top of the funnel, in a sense of like, that's upward. That's like, I don't know, I'm just a little bit uncertain. I've just met you. Then you would pull that out. That would be an identity and confirm. So that would be after, like, besides obviously just meeting me, I don't want you to think about you've just met me and we're going to, you know, get married for the rest of our lives. Because that was weird. That would be weird, right?
Yeah.
But what I want you to think about and what I want you to speak about is what you've already experienced and what you've already done, which is the A, B, and C, correct? From that, is there any red flags or green flags that you feel are going to determine whether we win or lose here? What do you think? So you got to go backwards with that. And then that pulls out the identity. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So do you think that would kind of give us a good slap of you? Do you think that was give us a good bang for our buck in terms of a you objection?
Bill, could I ask a quick question?
You can ask whatever you want, buddy. You pay here a lot of money to do whatever you guys want. I'm just
I
here.
appreciate it.
Go for it.
Sound. Would you ever use, like, in the fear of me analogies or kind of framework you were talked about, like, you know, if someone was sick in your family, you wouldn't, you know, wait or whatever. Would you use something similar like that? Like if someone's sick in your family, like, you know, you're going to a hospital you don't know, you've never been before, or to a doctor you've never been before. Like or like, is that not?
I necessarily wouldn't bring sick family. I probably wouldn't bring sick family members into a conversation.
Or maybe not so much like their family, but like, say, oh, have you ever had a cold or something and you need to go to the doctor to get it seen to, and like you're going to a doctor you don't know.
But there's a level of trust with a doctor already. You're a salesperson. You're a sleazy salesperson. You're trying to take.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
You know what I mean? Like, because like,
no, I get you.
You've never met a bus driver before, but you would never look at a bus driver getting on a bus and say, I don't think you can drive this bus, so I'm not going to get on it and walk away. Do you know what I mean? There's a level of trust with a level of standard in terms of if they wear the uniform.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. So you want to like change their perspective that they wouldn't, like, put it back on them. They wouldn't be on the call if they.
Yes, I would, because let's say, for argument's sake, someone like, who's ever seen the film The Town? One of my favorite films. Yeah. So what did they used to dress up in before they would go in? All costumes of people that are trusting. So like nuns, police people, SWAT teams, or whatever it may be. Because when you see a uniform or you see somebody doing something in a place where you know there's a standard, you automatically feel safe and trust. Correct? So psychology, again, think about what you want to do and think about where you want to be. Yeah, but good question.
Right. Yeah. Really quick one then, just before moving on. In that capacity, like for us on sales calls for titles and stuff, is there certain ones you want to completely stay away from that are really sleazy, salesy? You know, like sales assistant or, you know, business development, you know, or whatever. Or you just want your name.
You could have a senior sales assistant or senior sales executive.
Right. Yeah, Sam.
Yeah. That makes sense?
So if you had somebody on the call and they were saying to you like, oh, I don't make decisions based on like a half an hour conversation, would that be fear of me then?
Yes, but also, you know, they're having honesty. Yeah. Who here would get in a cab with somebody, you know, that they've never met and drive for 4 hours? Probably no one. You know what I mean? So you got to understand like what is internally going on with that person.
Okay.
And trying to make it make sense and trying to rationalize it and bring it out. Yeah.
What if they want to do research on someone else in the market, like your competitors?
What's that?
What if they want to do research on someone else in the market, like your competitors? So how would we play that out?
Give me the objection.
So, yeah, I mean, I like what I've seen, but I just want to speak to other people in the market and see what else they have to offer.
Okay, and where does that come from, could I ask? Is it a case that like you want to see, can you get the same level of results, but just for less, or like what do you feel?
No, I want to see if like they have something else to offer that you maybe haven't seen in your program yet.
Right, okay. Are you telling me I'm ugly and you don't want to be around me, or what are you saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So what did I just do? I made you laugh. Yeah, so took the pressure out of it. Okay, so like what is it that you're seeking? What is it that you're looking for that you feel that you may find somewhere else? Because if you find it somewhere else, I will definitely guide you to that for sure. But the biggest thing for me is what's more important, bells and whistles or end result?
I mean,
end results, but is what's going to come out of that. Yeah, no, look, end results are the most important thing, but okay, so would it be fair to say that if you are looking, is it a case that you're looking for it to be a little bit less in a sense of like investment in, or typically what it is then, or what is it then typically, I would say. And then I would give it an analogy, and I would say things like this. Well, let me ask you this: like, if you were happily married, you wouldn't take off your ring and go to the club, would you? Because you're not seeking, you're not looking. So what's not here that you feel you want here in order to help you believe that we're going to be lifelong partners and we're going to take on the world together? Big white teeth, big white smile, and then I'm going to get the answer, and I'm going to figure out what it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Okay, right. So let's say that's you. Fair enough. Right.
Bill, can I just ask one thing? So when you said,
Come on, Caesar,
if-
you Romanian lunatic. What's going on with you?
so if the prospect says, I am not going to make a decision based on the 30 minutes. So you said that's a fear of me, but I always get confused. Like, is it a fear of me as a prospect or me as a salesperson?
It depends. It depends. Like, it's all individually different. I don't know. It depends. Like, if the person says, look, I really like what you said here today, but I'm just not in a position where I can, you know, make a decision after 30 minutes on this call. That's a marketing issue, firstly. It's not a sales issue. It's actually a marketing issue. Thanks. I'm getting old. Yeah, it's actually a marketing issue. How many of you get that kind of objection? You shouldn't typically get this objection, but it is there. I created and built it out because I see it from time to time. I don't get it, but some of you guys are getting it. But you shouldn't be getting it.
I do get it.
Do you? Okay, that's a
Yeah,
marketing issue.
Yeah, because they just launched the VSL like 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any testimonials, case studies, YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook
Yeah.
group?
Yeah, and before the sales call, I send them away some testimonials and some video to watch.
Yeah. Well, you got to make sure then at the front of the call that you got to make sure you ask questions like this. You want to say, okay, and like from the homework that I sent out to you, like what was the biggest, golden nugget that you took away from it? These are, buddy. I know you're fucking in Romania, but keep it quiet, you lunatic. Yeah, right, Sammy, play it out.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
No, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking with you. Go for it. What would you say?
Usually it's because it's triage and then sales call.
Yeah.
In the triage call, I say, okay, why us? What makes you stand out and book that call with us?
Mm-hmm.
But on the sales call, I never ask for, okay, what did you think of what I've sent it to you?
Yeah, you got it because you got to confirm that they've actually done it. If you're constantly getting a fear of me, which is the salesperson, that means that they haven't done enough homework. They have not enough know, like, and trust, as we call it in the market. It's a big issue. It's very hard. It's a very, very hard one to do this. Why? Because there's lots of opportunity. There's lots of different offers. There's lots of different things that people can do rather than yours. Yeah. Hands up here.
Thank you.
Let's just play this out. So there are 29 of you here. I make 28. Oh, sorry. I make 29. So take me out. 28 of you here, right? Oh, you got your fucking fathoms on. Let's say there's 24 of you here. How many of you knew, liked, trust, and ogled, what would you Americans say? Ogled at me before you bought, before you invested, before you came here? I'm joking. Kaloni, put up your hand, you weirdo. Yeah? Okay, cool. So why do I train so much? Why do I give you guys so much content? And why do I do all that? Because I'm trying to get away from the objections. I'm trying to buy trust with my time. Yeah. So it's a big marketing issue. It's not, it's very hard as a salesperson to try. It's like, do you ever see an NFL where they kick the ball to the end of the end zone and there's no time left and you literally have to run the ball the whole way back? Like, how often do they run it back? Once every fucking 200 probably. And it goes down in history. That's like how unique it is that like we can all remember the last one. My favorite team ever did that. Yeah, like when was the last time your favorite team ever did that? Probably 1984. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like you're trying to run the ball 92 yards back. Do you know what I mean? So it's very, very hard. That's an upstream issue. It's an upstream problem. But anyway, look, we'll do the best. Oh, that was many. We'll do the best with it, with that. Okay. Now, fear of yesterday. I got 10 minutes left. Let's fucking speed this up. Are we learning something here today? I could have role played with you, but I want you to get this down, guys, because this is fucking important. This is how you handle fear. This is how you get money into your bank account so you can take care of your kids and your family and your future and your homes and your cars and your watches and your Rolexes and whatever else. Yeah, this is how you do it. All right. So, fear of yesterday.
If
Give
they
me an
fail
analogy.
past, like ask them like, have you ever failed at anything before? And that did you or
Huh?
like have you been successful at anything? And then if they say yes, then do you say were you successful from the get-go, or did you have to like did you stumble and fall and then pick yourself up and then ultimately find success?
Right. Okay. Well, don't just give me the same thing that I gave you about 40 minutes ago. Right. Think of another one, Taryn. Right. Someone else. Good stuff. Well done. It's easy. Like it's a simple one for sure.
I was
Yeah.
paying attention.
Keep it simple. Yeah, but like that's not really a hero story. Go for it. Someone else give me one.
How I'd like to do it at the moment, and I don't know if it's the right way to do it. I would ask them like, okay, so what do you do for work? Or like, what was the scariest thing that you did last? And if they just bring out something random, like a skydive's an easy one, but it's just one that make it quick. You know, you then reference the skydive, the rush after the skydive, then also link that with the feeling of knowing that you're on the right path after they make the decision, knowing it's a
Sure.
scary thing. That's what I
Sure.
would.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, for sure. Johnny Garcia, stop looking into the abyss, buddy. I'm here. Come on, give me a fucking hero story. Give me a hook. What you got, kid?
Yeah, I mean, typically I use typically the you know, what is something that you're really good at. And I'm still working on this reframe. So usually it's like
Oh, but you're
what do you
not
play a
working on
sport?
staring out the window.
Say again?
If you're not working on it staring out the window, I'm like a bull. I'm like a teacher telling you off here. Yeah, but you're right, Johnny. Make it personal. Ask the person. What was the last scariest thing that you did? I'll play it out with you. Colonia, what was the last scariest thing you did other than invest in your education?
I'm a mom, so I let my kid like start gymnastics.
Where's the fear in that for you, you weirdo?
Scary. I don't want him to. That's scary.
Right, okay.
I had
Right,
scary.
right. I'll play it out with you, so. But why did you allow him to do that?
Yeah, I want him to have like I want him to try things that are scary. I want him to know it's scary and be able to do it anyways.
Yeah. Would it be fair to say that you want your son to be independent and to meet his own fears, even though it's scary for you to let him go?
Yes.
Doesn't mean that you're a bad mom, and it doesn't mean that you're a great mom. It just means that you have to get out of your own way to allow your son to flourish, correct?
Yep.
Does your son enjoy gymnastics, yes or no?
Loves it.
Okay, and if
He
you
lo-
didn't get out of your own way and you didn't allow yourself to overcome your own fears of him getting hurt, possibly, he wouldn't be in a position where he smiles every time he goes there and he's wrecked and then he goes to bed early at night when he comes home, correct?
Yep.
So did you think you did the right decision by allowing him to go to gymnastics, yes or no?
Yeah, I probably won't be at all the practices, but yes, it was the right decision.
For sure. And do you think like you believing and trusting and having value in yourself here today and believing that you deserve to be in a better space financially, do you think that's a good decision, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing here? So I made it personal, but I made it personal about something she truly cares about and showed her that she can overcome her own fear, allow her son to thrive, which now she can do that here. Yes, very simple. And it's not like I'm doing black magic, just making it relative to Coloni, yeah? I'm making it something that she has a personal feeling for, that she personally cares about, and showing her that she's already achieved it. And I tied it into her son being what? Happy? What mother doesn't want their son or child or daughter to be happy? Anyone here? No. So sales is all about meeting people where they're at and helping them overcome their own fears, limitations, and hesitations. So that would wipe that one out, Coloni. Would that be fair to say for you?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. So the fear of tomorrow. Somebody give me the fear of tomorrow.
It's like fearing the weather. Like we don't have control over it, but we have control over ourselves and what we do. If it's sunny tomorrow, we're still going to work, right? If it's raining, we just get an umbrella. We're still, the outcome doesn't change. We only have control over what we do, but not the outside factors.
Okay.
I've never invested in myself. I'm used to the 9 to 5 comfortability, security.
Very good. Someone else? Come on.
Fear unknown.
So we understand it's a fear of yesterday, which is past failure. Someone tell me how we're going to use the hero story to overcome it. Come on.
Yeah, Bill. Maybe make it ridiculous. Like, you know, odds are that if you walk out the house tomorrow, you might get hit by a bus, but that's not stopping you from going out, right?
Yeah, but it's like so out of, it's like ha ha, great.
Would
So
you make it? Would you make it something like, say, like you asked them, "Oh, have you ever been to university?" And you know, like before starting university, you had no clue whether you were going to pass or not, but you put the head down and did the work, and now look, you have the
Can
degree in
do
your
for
hands.
sure. Can do for sure. Marcus, let me come back for a second. I want my analogies, hooks, and frameworks to make it make sense, and I want it to be personal. Why would I want it to be personal, buddy?
Because they can relate to that, obviously.
Yeah. Like no sane person doesn't leave their house in case they're going to get hit by a bus, correct?
Yeah.
So it's very hard for all of us sane people to relate to that. Because if someone said, I'm not going to leave my house because like it's scary out there and there's buses and there's like cars, you'd look at that person and be like, okay, and just step to the other line or the other line in Starbucks, correct? When typical people walk up to you and say random crazy things in the street, what do you think? You're like, you're crazy. You smell like piss. I'm out of here, kid. That's what's going on, correct? So yes, I understand what you're doing. It's so far out of the box that it's hard for sane people to relate to it, buddy. I wouldn't do it. But I know what you're trying to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's keep it personal because that's what we want. Yeah. Luke, Looky Luck with the fucking guns. Where you at, kid? Let's hear your voice. What you got?
Yeah. Probably making a worst case, best case scenario if they do it.
Go on, give it to me. That sounded so gay. Roll it out with me. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a little bit of hesitation doing this. So if you do that, like, what's the worst case scenario that can happen to you?
Okay, so what's worst case, best case? Sure. Okay, but how would I make it personal?
Let's say they're not able to run because of a knee injury. So ask them if they really want to like stay in the same position where they're not able to run or actually take that surgery, which there's obviously some risks involved, but there's enough will to make it heal and get the surgery done. If that makes sense.
No, doesn't make sense. Let's keep the babies, driving, falling. I'm gonna give you 3 on the bounce here very, very fucking quickly. Can I ask, like, I know you were a baby once upon a time. Someone played out with me. Who wants to go? Kieran or Chris Scanlon, come on, buddy. Haven't heard your beautiful voice yet. Chris, do you remember when you were a baby?
No, I do not.
You remember falling on your arse every moment until you were able to walk? Are you able to walk?
Yeah.
If your mum and dad stopped you from continuing to fail, would you be able to walk right now? And I know that sounds ridiculous, but this is what I'm trying to get at. You fundamentally stopping yourself here today because you failed at something 12 years ago, 5 years ago, 12 months ago. Why are you going to allow that one time that you failed stop you from having the life that you want to have for you and yourself and your family moving forward? If your daughter or son into the future came and said to you, Dad, I failed one time at riding my bike, so let's sell it. What do you think your dad is, or what do you think you would say as a dad? You would
You know we're
basically
gonna
say,
get after it.
get your fucking helmet on and get out there and ride that bike until you can fucking take the suspenders off it. Yeah? Because at the end of the day, my friend, what you need to do is you need to believe, trust, value, and go for it in yourself. And you sitting here, with all due respect, scared because you failed once upon a time, ain't going to get it done. So either you're going to believe in yourself and you're going to operate as a level that you know that you're going to win, or we're not going to win at all and we're just going to keep hoping, wishing, praying that we are going to find the courage somewhere in a fucking cereal box back in the day like they gave out fucking toys. Brought the human back. So that's the first baby. Second one is driving. Some give me the analogy of driving. Who's here been in a car crash?
I did.
Kaloni, put up your hand, guy. You fucking crash everything. Anyone else other than Kaloni?
Yeah.
Who? Sammy?
Yeah.
Okay, when did you crash, buddy?
It was when I was 19.
Okay, how old are you now?
26.
Have you been in a car since?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like to drive.
Yeah. And you also like to go places rather than like 3 miles
Yeah.
around your house?
Yeah.
So, with all due respect, just because you crashed once upon a time doesn't mean that you're never going to have the courage to get in a car and go again. What it actually does when you crash, it makes you aware of the shit that you did that made you crash, correct?
Yeah.
Would it be fair to say that you're looking at your past failure in a way that's going to hold you back rather than help you move forward, understanding what you do want rather than what you don't want?
You're right.
I know. Who here has a past girlfriend or a boyfriend? Yeah. Did it break down? Yeah. So now when you go and look for a new partner, guess what you're not going to look for? Some fucking overweight slob that doesn't work or whatever. Like, so you learn forward, correct? You learn what you don't want also by failing, correct? So again, take the pressure out of it, make it personal, bring a little bit of humor into it, make it make sense.
Bill, what's that third one there underneath driving?
Falling. So we kind of did that one with the baby.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
Well,
So we did a relationship, we did driving, and we did a baby. Do you understand?
Can you give me some clarity in the difference between fear of failing in the past and fear of future, of the unknown?
Well,
Just
one you already know and one you don't know.
Yeah,
It's
but
experience. One you already know and you've already experienced failing. One and the other one you're actually preempting what failure feels like and looks like.
Oh,
Who's here? Who here, right? Let's just break this down. Who here has ever had their heart broken?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you just create a new one or did you just get stronger and now you just kept moving and kept it moving? You keep it moving. You learn. You grow. You fucking take the punches, take the licks, and you go again. That's how it works. Yeah? It's not going to stop you from finding someone in the future, I guess. That makes sense? So, fear of failure is experience. Fear of tomorrow is fear of the unknown. Who here has ever got a punch in the face?
Yep.
Franklin, put up your hand by. Or you're the one punching. Yes. So, it's fucking sore as fuck. Yeah? But it's probably not as sore as you thought it would be. You think your jaw is going to fucking fall off. You think your whole head is going to twist out. It's not. It's like, whatever. Move on. Keep it moving. Yes? So sometimes the fear of what we're waiting for is far greater than the fear of, or the damage that actually presents itself once it happens. Yeah? Does that make sense? I got to get out of here, guys. I'm 7 or 5 minutes over. But does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Ain't nobody trying to box Franklin. Absolutely not. Look at the fucking biceps on the cunt. Yeah? So that's tomorrow. Okay. Does that make sense? Are we all happy enough? Okay. What I want? Golden nuggets? Yeah.
Yep.
Golden nuggets in the
Yep.
group, communities, wherever. Yes. Let's help each other learn. Let's learn. Let's develop. Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck. Goodbye to all of you.
Thanks, Bill.
Ciao to
There you
every
go.
single one of you. Goodbye.
Fine. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Ciao.